What is up, everybody? Hopefully my phone is working a-okay. Had to do some repairs, replace the screen on it today after cracking it, so hoping my microphone and all that good stuff is working and I'm not speaking to you guys. Hopefully I'm speaking just fine. So, if you read the title here, let's see, I got cars, this guy's looking at me. If you read the title, I was Epstein and South Park, so how am I going to break that all down together? Come on, what are you doing? Sorry, she's a sniffer. I don't even think she's really gonna pee or poop here. I think that this is just she smells another dog. Come on, we're going. Come, Karma, let's do it. All right, so Brad Pitt said something today about recalibrating society, okay? And basically compared to the Manson murders to the Weinstein incident, trying to say, well, you know, this whole Me Too thing is calibrated society for the better. Now, I don't know Brad Pitt. I enjoy some of his movies. In fact, a lot of his movies. Fight Club, Seven. I really like this one, etc., etc. But has it really recalibrated society at all? Let's look at what we know about that situation. Harvey Weinstein's walking around free. He's not in any trouble right now. He's got the money, it looks like, to pay his way out of this thing. Now, a lot of those women, let's be honest, did lie and kind of glommed on and were looking for fame, but it was very obvious this man was a serial predator. We know that he, made inappropriate actions towards Kate Beckinsale when she was just 17. As far as I know, that's the only underage allegation that we currently know of, but we should definitely bring that up. And what we also know about him is that he was a big Clinton guy. In fact, so much so that he would vacation with Bill Clinton as his personal projectionist. Let me repeat that. So Weinstein, serial predator, pretty outed, but not in jail by any means. So, Brad, I don't know that society's been recalibrated. Weinstein was the personal White House projectionist of Bill Clinton. So he would not only go to the White House and play, the 35 millimeter, the 70 millimeter films, but he would go on vacation with him and set up makeshift theaters to wherever they were going. And I want to remind people that the flight logs we have with Epstein are partial flight logs from one craft, from one pilot. There are several pilots, there are several craft. However, once again, the idea that somehow society has been recalibrated is kind of nonsense. So, how do I get South Park from this? Well, every time I think of Weinstein, I think of this episode all the way back in 2003 of South Park called Canceled. And basically, there are these two very stereotypical network executives. They've always reminded me of the Weinstein brothers, even though they were producers, directors, or producers, sorry, not directors, film producers. And in it, basically, I think it's like the 100th episode. It's kind of a metaphor for canceling South Park, but they're going to cancel Earth, which is just a big reality show, and they're just going to smash it up. There's a Jeff Goldblum character. It's pretty entertaining, I'm not going to lie. But when you get to the end and you meet these executives, and they're doing their stereotypical thing, they're into drugs, they're into hookers, they're like, oh my God. And they get into a compromising sexual situation where Kenny takes photographs. And it's through blackmail, weird, blackmail, the entertainment industry, powerful people in Hollywood, etc., that the Earth gets to stay, and they basically have them in like weird sexual situations, etc., etc., etc. Now, on the flip side of everything I just talked about, the Epstein thing is so big that we now do actually have a chance to recalibrate society. Let me explain what I mean. If we don't just make this about Jeffrey Epstein and a bunch of underage girls, which it's horrific, absolutely horrific, and that's got to be part of it, but that's the part that just starts to reach people. If we make it about Jeffrey Epstein, intelligence officer, who's doing black ops deals and is on globalist boards and organizations such as the CFR and the Trilateral Commission, who's buying, let me say that, who's buying children from Yugoslavia and then training them to do whatever. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I didn't get to it today. Again, I ended up doing a lot of tech stuff. But Nadia Marcinkova, who would later become Epstein's pilot, and, you know, not quite Ghislaine Maxwell, but that's probably because she wasn't around as long. It's alleged in court documents that this very, very pretty girl, now she's a woman now, but she was a child when this allegedly happened, was bought from her family in Yugoslavia. So now, if society starts to realize that the real market for some of these children are billionaires and their political buddies and their buddies in Hollywood, and the dominoes really start to fall, not fake fall, because, again, we're talking about Me Too. Harvey Weinstein's not in jail. He's being taken, or he's got pictures being taken of him all over the place I'm seeing in the tabloids these days, okay? So let's not pretend otherwise. And that did upset me that, you know, Pitt was talking about recalibrating society. There's a lot of talk going on. A lot of talk. But like I said, the real recalibration can actually happen right now if we expose more than just Jeffrey Epstein the pervert. If we expose Jeffrey Epstein, the arms dealer's friend. Not just Adnan Khashoggi, but everybody wants to focus on Prince Andrew again and his royal family connections, which, yes, I get. But how many people are talking about his arms dealing? Not many. How much focus is on that passport? How in the world is this man still in another cell with a man accused of killing 4 other people? An ex-police officer at that. How is that possible? It's insane to me. So to me, how he's not under 24/7 surveillance, he has a body camera on him, he's surrounded by cameras, is a tragedy in itself, a travesty in itself. We need this to go to trial. We need more investigations to open up. We need asset forfeiture of all of his properties, not just the one in New York. And believe me, it's going to be a long process. There will be plenty of appeals. This guy has a lot of money. And remember, we were going over yesterday in the second part some of these contacts. And one of Epstein's ex-girlfriends, you know, I'm sure he's had a lot of them, who married a billionaire. Remember, when he's done with these women, who else are they with? Well, they're with high-powered politicians. They're with people in Hollywood. You know, they're with power plays. Oh, they're with billionaires. So, again, this ex-girlfriend of Epstein and her billionaire husband, what do? They start front companies for which, you know, Epstein can donate to without his name being attached to such different causes as, you know, breast cancer research, et cetera, et cetera. And that's why I always tell people, who is starting these so benevolent companies and groups and foundations? I know a lot of people want to focus on the Clinton Foundation. And by the way, guys, we got 200 watching, only 33 thumbs up. Come on, give it up. But, you know, every time I go to a gas station and pump my gas, and they're always, you got $1? You got $1 for Red Nose over at Walgreens? You got $1 for the Red Cross? You got $1 for this and that? And I'm like, no. I'd have $1 if that went to actual people, actual children, actual research. But it goes into some bureaucrat scumbag's pocket. And that's the real deal. But again, nobody wants to talk about that. No one wants to acknowledge it. They want to feel like they did something at the gas station while they were getting a P3 protein snack and be like, oh, I'm a hero for giving $1. No, you're an idiot for giving $1. That's what you are. Oh, but once again, that is where we live at. So guys, I'm going to say it again. Now's the time to push forward, get into these documents, expose more. Believe me, I'm trying to keep up as best I can. Whitney Webb should be on the show on Wednesday to go over her awesome mint press piece about Roy Cohn and other connections to Epstein. So make sure that You guys check that out coming up in a couple days. Thumbs this video up, share it. If you're new to this, we do a lot more than just walk and talks. We do big breakdowns, big news, Bilderberg, Nexium, transhumanism, biotechnology, brain chips, you name it. Even a little Area 51 sprinkled in there sometimes, guys, before it was cool, before there were people going down to the desert. So join the Burbis Brigade, sub, share this on social media, and I've got a GoFundMe if you can help. That's how we're doing it. I know it's in the darkness right now, guys, but that's the way we're playing. We'll see you later on the flip side. Thank you all.